Well, welcome to another exciting episode of Altadena Talks. It is episode 286, and I am one of your co hosts, Brian Bacchus.
It is another Jamal Smith, and our third co-host is handling business as usual when she's not here. That would be Tony Bailey Rains. But yeah, welcome 286. A few away, 14 away from the end of season 5 or season 6 rather. Moving on to season 7. It is Wednesday, Hump Day. Marcus, if you're there, whoop, there it is. It is Hump Day. Whoop, 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 whoop. Guess what today is?
This is your dance to do the hump. Take it, baby.
Oh, yeah, you did
I do
say
the Humpty
that.
Hump. Humpty Hump.
I do need to add that. And it's also Wellness Wednesdays. We have taken upon ourselves several months ago to make Wednesdays all about wellness, as opposed to just way back, because we have identified that to be a reoccurring theme that folks need. You know, these fires have devastated people in so many different ways, and they're dealing with it. Everybody has a unique way of dealing with it, and we just like to provide some different methods, different tools, and different people to share ideas on how to deal with that and give you options.
It's so funny because I do a lot of reading of like the different platforms like Nextdoor and stuff like that. Since I lived in Altadena, I belong to the Altadena area of James Village, where there's a section called Farnsworth and there's another section. So you're kind of put into a category based off the setup of the community. And so I saw a guy's post that said him and his wife were doing their morning jog down Altadena Drive, and he was really happy to hear the sounds of construction.
Okay.
Another person in the same thread was like, well, you don't live next door to it.
It's like, come on, people, it's going to be temporary. It's not like it's going on for the rest of the time that you're going to be living there.
Some of these people whose homes did not go up in smoke or whatever, they have the worst attitude towards everyone else trying to build back.
It certainly seems that way.
I'm like,
maybe not all of them, but quite a few.
When someone on your street has a project that they're getting done, the only pet peeve I have is when you start before 8 o'clock, because I'm still asleep.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of run-ins with my neighbors where they started at 6:30, and I went over there and told them to stop and don't start till 8 o'clock. And I call her to tell her what the problem is, and she goes, well, I left at 8 o'clock. I said, ma'am, it's 7:42 right now. How did you leave at 8 o'clock? It's like, you know what? First thing they think to do is lie. It's like, I'm standing in front of your property, time stamping, filming the dudes making all the stuff.
Right. Just be graceful and be like, hey, you know what? My bad. Okay, cool.
Right. But, we've always had a problem with certain neighbors. They always have to give you a problem. Like the one lady that lived across the street from us, she didn't even have grass in her yard. She had cobblestone. And it was cobblestone on the street in front. But every time you parked your car in front of her house, which she never used the parking space anyway, she would come out there and water her stones, which means she's watering your car. And the funny thing is, she lives next door to people I've known since I was 14 in high school. Black family. I don't know how they didn't clash ever. They probably did, but the whole point is we're all on the same street, and it's so diverse. I mean, we have black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian. We got a melting pot on our street. So everybody pretty much got along. I mean, Coach Paul lived on the street. He's been living there since I was in high school.
Exactly.
Even before then. I can't wait to see his house get built back because he deserves to live in the same place that he been living forever.
Yes, that is so true.
But yeah, I feel bad for the people who this is going to bother you for the next 3 or 4 years. But, blame God. Blame SCE. Don't blame your neighbor for losing their house and having to rebuild it.
Don't take it out on them. Yeah, that's cold. They're doing what they can. And hopefully there's not as many people who are complaining as the conversation kind of sounds. I'm hoping, or if there are a lot, hopefully they somehow, get the idea that, hey, you know what, let me be a little bit more graceful and give people a little more grace and be, patient, because it's not going to last forever. And once it's done, think about how beautiful the neighborhood is going to be, and then again, how quiet it's going to be. So,
like the one I read you today.
Yeah, that's I think that's a combination of ignorance and just being mean.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. If you live on a street and your house didn't burn down, but yet there's 5 or 6 houses that need to be built, they're all being built at the same time. Mm-hmm. And you're a builder is a developer and a developer is a builder. So if you use the words differently, it makes it seem like, oh, there's a developer on our street building out. Are they building like 10 apartment complexes? Are they building 5 bungalow houses? Does it matter what they're doing? It's not your property.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you mad? Because something else is happening, and then people want to. This is the opportunity right now for all Altadena residents to recreate generational wealth by rebuilding their home and possibly adding an ADU to it. You can put up to 200 extra square feet, right? So why not use that 200 square feet to build a studio ADU? This office I'm in right now is a probably 10 by 8. So what is it? No, 10 by 12. That's 120 square feet. Mm-hmm. So if you doubled this, that would be 240. This is big enough for you to have a kitchenette, a bathroom with a little stand-up shower, mm-hmm. a bedroom area, and an area for your computer or TV or whatever. You can use the TV as the monitor. I mean, I would have some plans. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Right.
If I were to buy a lot, I would probably put 4 bungalow-style 2-bedroom ADUs on it.
Hey, there's so many options that people could take. Yeah.
Dude, I did one the other day, and I'm going to show it to you. I took a lot from Zillow that was like 4,700 square feet. And in fact, I'll show you this. And it was so dope that after it came out, I was like, wow. Courtesy of Chad, of course. But I basically told it to take what could I do with this property to be able to take it's 1/3 acre, sorry. It was 1/3 acre. And
yeah, you're frozen on my end. Just check.
Yeah, because I went on another screen. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm back.
So
I'm gonna share this real quick.
Okay.
So I asked it to build 4 300 square foot units and a 1,500 square foot main house at this particular property right here. So I'm gonna show you what it looked like. Actually, I was proud of myself. I was like, shit, man, I have to buy this, if I build it, and I'll never have to worry about the mortgage ever again.
I mean, that's the whole point of building multiple units, right? You have the person renting it, pay for it, take care of your property.
So this is what the property looked like, right? I can't make it any bigger, I guess.
It's bigger. Yeah.
So this is 1/3 part is like, what is it, 11,000 square feet? So it's got 3 ADUs in the back, even though it's supposed to be 4. Maybe they was counting the mountain. a regular house, a little area for you to kick back in. No backyard, but it's got the little front yards for the ADUs. You got a little backyard back here, but you got enough space for parking. And there it is.
Yeah, that's actually pretty creative.
Yeah, so you figure you could live in one of the ADUs, rent out the rest of it. Now you're pulling in 10 grand a month.
Oh,
because houses gonna rent for 4. It's brand new. So I mean 1,500 square foot, that means 3 or 4 bedrooms. There's no room for a garage, so you'd have a carport, but you could probably even build, like, instead of having this 3-car port thing, you put 3-car garage right there. That's attached.
And you could shrink that yard and use more of the yard for something else as well.
Yeah.
I like that. That's very creative. And if anybody didn't have an idea of how you could have multiple ADUs in addition to the main house, this is a perfect example. And
this is the exact plot where this is the view and all of that. So you win it. And I think this lot was $400,000. So if you even got the boxables, each studio boxable is $80,000, $100,000. So there's $300,000 right there. You built your house back for another, I don't know, however much they're going to charge you for per square foot. I mean, I'm sure if you got with somebody who was a builder, they could do all this for you and give you a phenomenal rate. But at the same time, there's no excuse. You could build this back. So the whole point is generational wealth can be created even if you never even own the property. You can now buy a lot and you can have an idea to do this. It might take you 3 to 5 years. But, if you had a goal, you had a plan, and you figured it out, you could do it.
Yep. Welcome, Tony Bailey Rains.
Hi, y'all.
Hi. We were just talking about how we were looking at these different lots. I would go look at the lots on, what do you call it? Zillow. And then I would tell chat, okay, how can I fit 4 ADUs at this square foot and a house and this, and see what it would look like, right? It's possible. People can do it.
300 square foot units.
That's like super small.
That is a tiny house.
Yeah, it's a studio, but you can rent that out for $1,500.
I know several people that would gobble that up right now.
Oh, I would move into one of these. I don't need big giant house with backyard and all that no more. I'd rather share your backyard. Hey, I'll have a house back there, and
you want me to build you an ADU back here?
Hey,
I could fit probably 2 of them in my backyard.
That's what I'm saying, but you see what I'm talking about. You can put that back there and make some extra money. It's called, building your own generational wealth. You might be underwater for about 5 to 7 years because you spent the money up front, but in the long run, this would probably be something for your family to inherit or whatever. A lot of people look out for their families. Some people don't. Some people I'm taking all the money with me. I'm like, okay.
For what?
I'm taking all the money with me. In fact, what they mean is they're giving it to charity or what have you. So
I think
everybody can do their own.
That's part of the problem with our capitalistic, greedy society. And I know we were talking about this the other day. I've been watching the Olympics. I love sports, and so I've been watching the Olympics every day. And I have to say, everybody knows I'm a veteran, I'm a patriot, all that, super patriotic. But I love seeing us lose and not taking all the gold medals, because we are as Americans, so freaking entitled. And I have this book called The Coddling of the American Mind that I think everybody should read. We are so spoiled and entitled here. And you see that we are having major temper tantrums when we don't take gold. And I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I watched the Americans crying during ice skating.
Right. Y'all took silver.
You weren't good enough.
We didn't get gold. it's just like, are you kidding? You think we are supposed to be at the top of everything? That's why Lindsey Vonn is in the shape she's in right now, and forever the rest of her life will have aches and pains and never function the same, because the pictures of her in that hospital bed and the apparatus that's crisscross lattice with all the screws and pins, she's lucky to have a leg. They thought that they were going to have to amputate it, because at 41 years old, a mother, you just couldn't be happy with everything, all the accolades you already had. There's something so innately insane in us as Americans that she had to go for this again on a torn.
I think that's athletes in general. They all think that they are still in their prime, past their prime.
Any of them that compete at the highest level and have won, I think that's what it is too, primarily.
Or you get busted.
Doing
drugs.
Like Armstrong.
No, on him and what's her name? Marion. I can't think of her last name.
I know you mean.
Jones.
Yeah, Marion Jones. I mean, she's made a great comeback. I follow her on Instagram. She's a motivational speaker and takes full responsibility.
But she has still purpose, right? She has found another purpose as a motivational speaker. And that's not just athletes. It's
that she found motivation as a UFC fighter.
Shut up.
Yeah, she was boxing and all kind of stuff now, man. She's doing whatever.
Wow.
But the fact is, we get on this whatever is in us that it's never enough. And then here in the U.S., we're so coddled, and we think that, literally, again, this young lady, Miss Gu, who is born and raised San Francisco, her mother is of Chinese descent, and she decided to go and compete for China. And what happens? The dotard at 1600 decides she's not a patriot and la 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 la.
That was, first of all, you ain't an athlete, brother.
Exactly. Never.
I think you pull a muscle dancing.
Right. So anyway, it's so insane. Hi, Camille. Thank you. You can tell I'm feeling better because I am talking today and I'm not like this and in pain. But the fact is, like, it's a weird way, and this might be equally as insane, that I have kind of enjoyed seeing that we have not taken gold across the top. And then, for so many people, that young man, Ilya, who's the figure skater, when he did the Surya Bonale, because that's who did it 20 plus years ago, that backflip, he landed on 2 skates, 2 feet. She landed on 1. They said, oh, that's illegal. Now all of a sudden, oh, he's great. And he wins gold. But in the next thing, he didn't take gold. And he's all of a sudden, oh, too much pressure. I'm tired, Mom, all this. And people thinking he's about to suicide. At 21 years old, dude, you just want a gold medal. So what if you don't get gold all the way across? There's too much pressure. And we feel as Americans that we can only achieve gold. And that's it. And that's not it. It's okay to lose sometimes, because losing doesn't mean you're a failure. Sometimes it's a reset. Sometimes it's the beginning of something. So when it comes to our wellness, it's all right to take a loss every now and then. It's okay to reset our lives and change and have new purpose. And so it's just been incredible to me watching these Winter Olympics and seeing people like lose it over not getting. Look at our guys for curling last night. I was like, oh, we got put out, right? The top 4 advanced, and we came in like at 5th. But this is the best we've done ever, right? Our mixed doubles in curling took silver, the best ever. Our women are still in it in the top 4, and we'll go to the semis.
That's funny. Ever. I have no expectations in the Winter Olympics for America.
Right, but we're still
except
doing
for a couple things.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Yeah, because our country is not the country like Sweden and Denmark and Norway and the ones that live in snow around all the time, and this is their thing. But we are. My
thing is, whenever we do win, I'm like, good job, and if you don't. But I will tell you this though, as an athlete, former athlete, I don't care what you don't compete to lose. And
This
No
is
matter,
true.
even if the odds are stacked against you, you want to win. Case in point, again, I'll go back to my daughter most recently. They got their butts whooped by the team that they ended up. Well, it wasn't butt whooped, but they got dominated, right? But they were all devastated. They took third, but they were devastated because they felt
Right.
like they could have won. So I get that concept. Anytime I would lose in a playoff or whatever, I'd be pissed. You know, even if the team was
Well, but
better,
you
I
want-
just want to win.
you want to
However,
kill
but
yourself,
to
right?
your point though, too, in the grander scheme of things, you do get better. You
Right.
gain something from losing. You gain an understanding and more of appreciation, and you can potentially look back and find out, well, maybe I can tweak this. Maybe I can get better in this particular area, or if it's a team sport, work together better. But yes, to your point, as expectations go, I think when people, especially in America, like you're saying, we hear Olympics, there is kind of an expectation for us to be high on that medal count. But me personally, winter, I kind of just like, whatever happens. I don't expect us to be up there. So I'm surprised we're third right now.
We're
Like the total medal count.
total medal count. I think we are. And that's so freaking incredible, right? Because yes, Winter Olympics, no. And let me tell you, I think part of the reason why I've watched this Olympics so much is because it's Milan Cortina. And I was just in Milan in July. And so every night when they show that center where that big church is and the shopping area where like the Louis Vuitton and Prada and all that is, I was there. I went in those stores. I bought something at Furla because people over here think, oh, let's get Hermes, let's get Louis, let's get all this. People in Milan get Furla. That's like their Louis and stuff because it's an Italian, literally an Italian designer. They have Furla glasses, Furla purse. So I got Furla glasses, purse, wallet, and all that while I was there and became a Furla girla, me and my cousin. And ate at this 150 Savini restaurant, which is incredible. And so I have pictures. I showed my parents when I was over there Monday. I was like, look. And I showed them in my phone all the pictures of me in front of that, in that square and in front of that church. So when you see it at night, when they log off the Olympics, that beautiful, because it was the most incredible thing I had ever seen, you guys. The buildings and the architecture in Europe that has been there for years, thousands of years, right? And it's like earthquake proof and hasn't fallen, but it's so intricate. The details and the statues on top of these like pillars and stuff. And I'm like, how in the world did they make that stuff back then? And it's standing to this day that was 2025, right? I have the most incredible pictures. I could send some in the WhatsApp right now and you can put them up. But when I tell you the most incredible architecture ever. And so I think that is what has drawn me to it because I was just there and like, oh gosh, so pretty. Now, am I glad I was there in July instead of now? Yes, because y'all also know I'm a hot weather girl. I would never want to be there right now during the cold and the snow.
Right.
I wouldn't survive. Okay, so yeah, third. Is that
Same
super
way.
dope?
Look at that. But we're 1 point away from being second.
Exactly.
One medal. It's like, come on, kicking butt.
But
You
Not
know
that far
what? Yeah,
away from
Italy
number
better
one.
be up there.
But wait, not that far away from number one. What is that? Only 6 or 7 away from being number one? Or I can't even count.
Yeah, we've got
Norway is
9
killing
or
it.
10. 10
And
from
that's
being number
because they're winning in bobsled. And Germany was the ones going back to back against, going head to head against each other. There's
Right.
2 or 3
Germany's
different teams. Yeah, that's crazy.
it's just
Wait,
I love it, you guys. I love the fact that like we are there and competing and doing well, but that we are finding out that we don't necessarily have to win everything everywhere.
Shit, we can't.
And guess what? It's okay if we don't.
Yeah,
And it just really is.
We better jump on these questions before. So, Samuel, Mackie, that was just a rendering. That had nothing to do with building. That was just how can we fit a certain amount of properties on a lot without it looking crazy and gaudy. that was not even a plan in my mind to even move forward with, because I don't even have a lot. But I was just playing around with seeing, okay, how would this look if I had 4 ADUs in a house in this on this particular size lot. That was pretty much what that was about. And of course, Daniel, we feel your pain.
Daniel's crazy.
Well, fortunately, we're not in the almost 90s like we were 2 weeks ago.
No, but you get what he's saying, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Because that's hot.
Yeah. Right. He's excited.
He got flip-flops and a t-shirt on.
He's going to bring out the shorty shorts.
Right now at my house. I'm so cold.
Yeah, it's 53 out here right now.
So, Tony, he got your question. You feeling better?
I am. Yeah, thank you, Daniel and Camille. You guys saw me yesterday. I was trying to thug it out like I was gangster, but that migraine was killing me. And at the end of the show is when the nausea kicked in. So if anybody has ever or doesn't know, when you get a migraine, your head feels like it's exploding. You get nauseous and light. You're extremely light sensitive. You should either be like have sunglasses on or be in a room that's dark and cool and all that. That helps. And so I do have this medication that the VA gives me. This you can take every 2 hours when you get one, and it'll help it go away. But I had just taken it when we got on yesterday. And then I have one that I take daily. I had missed for a couple of days, I'm not gonna lie. And it keeps your vessels open so that you don't get the migraines. So I took those last night and I feel much better. And I will be taking it this morning. I just had my breakfast, so I'll be back on my regimen. But yes, I'm feeling much better. I woke up literally with it yesterday morning and I was just like, no, I'll be all right. And yeah, it got me good. So thank you everyone for your concern and thank you for the well wishes. I am feeling much better. I'm back to normal today. I thought I was gangster yesterday and clearly migraine was like, no ma'am, you're not. We're going to kick your butt.
So sorry. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that was my boyfriend. That was my boyfriend, y'all. He was the maitre d'. This restaurant is the bomb. It's called 150 Savina. It's in Milan, right next to the square. But that was my honey. He is the only one that had that suit on. The rest of the restaurant, everything matches. The pillows, the menu, the water bottles. See that floral in the background? The suits that the guys wear, everything. And when I tell you I had the best eggplant parm I've had in my entire existence at this restaurant. Jamal, you want to scroll to some of them pictures? Oh, that was us at Furla. We became Furla girlers because we got our Furla gear. That's fried rice with Parmesan cream. It's literally rice and they fry it and it's hard like a rice cake. And then it's Parmesan cream. Oh my God, the best thing. But that's at Savina. That's the eggplant parm. Ugh. So my cousin got some. She was like, you want some? I was like, no, I'm not a fan of it. It's in this little cast iron. She got it. And I was like, oh my God. So when he came back, I was like, can I order one of those? So I ordered it. And then
you contradicted yourself.
Maybe it was so good. I ate it in full there. Y'all know I have a small stomach, right? And I could barely get it all in, but I killed it. Then I ordered one to take home back to the US because we were leaving the next day. And I had got this cheese because I love Asiago cheese. So they have all these great cheeses in Italy. And they gave me these freezer bags with a real Tony, please stand it right for migraine. So I had that in the freezer of the rest of the, hotel. What is it? Refrigerator. And the one that I brought it home, y'all, on the airplane, and I killed it when I got home. That is the best eggplant Parmesan I've ever had in my entire 60 years of living that I got in Milan. But this was when the family started the restaurant, this was her palette. It's been there forever. And all the guys wear the suits, the water bottle, everything matches. The pillows, the menu. It's so crazy, except the maitre d'. And I was like, oh, he's so fine. I could just live here forever. So go ahead. But that's the water bottle. That's the pillows and the menu. Menu up close. Pillows. I was just like, everything matches. That was just outside. That line over there, it was like a ice cream gelato place. People were it was probably a 50 person line that people were just, it's part of the restaurant, but it's a whole nother, you don't come into the restaurant. They have like a window and you walk up and get it. We were too full to get it on the way out. This is right next to, this is in Milan. It's a square. And when you walk in, there's 4 ways you can go. And when you look up each of those, and it has like Prada, it's a hallway and it has all these stores and Prada's at the end. But there are 2 Pradas, a ladies' Prada, and across Catacorner is the male Prada. Then there was Louis over here. Then there was, you know, all the stores. Hermes over here. And in the center, that's what we were under. So the center is like this big, beautiful, round, like dome. And then each way you could walk. So if you see there's a Prada there, I think that's the men's Prada. But that's how, that's the men's Prada there. So it was just really beautiful.
And kind of similar to the building we're in right here with the atrium.
That atrium, yeah. And it was just 4 with that big round one in the middle. Yeah, that was the Louis. That's the, I think the women's Prada and the Giorgio Armani and all that stuff. That was us in front of Furla after we came out shopping, spending money. And this is that at the center of this is that church in the center of Milan. And when I say incredible, I don't know if you can zoom in, but they were doing some like work. So if you look, not only at the top, there's fixtures, but at the top, go down some, you see on the walls, there's like figurines built in and all over. And I'm like, how did they do that with the brick? And if you scroll all over, you'll just see. And it was so incredible. Like this building, this church has been there for ever, right? Thousands of years. And everywhere there's all these intricate details. The glass was so intricate. They even have like on the top, see there's like looks like Jesus or something up on the wall. But all over. They're just all these figures of men and all this. And it was just like, how did they build this stuff back then? And it's still standing today. So they do some retrofitting and all that, and that's what they were doing. But it's just incredible. So that was my cousin that I went with, and we were saying, so this is me in front of it. So if you happen to look at the Olympics, especially at the end every night, they show this area lit up, and it's this church and all that over to the right, which is that big shopping center that I just showed you, the restaurants in and all the high-end stores and all that. And if you ever go to Milan, you can take a double-decker bus and it'll take you all over the city, which is incredible. They have buildings, apartment buildings, you guys. I'll try to send that one real quick, Jamal. But the apartments are real tall, but the balconies, the way they build them, they're staggered because they help with climate and being self-sustaining, because they build like all of their, let me find this photo. It's just so incredible. I was just blown away because what they do is, that's the building you'll see lit up also. Oh, here's this building. Here's this. I love architecture, you guys. So whenever I see something, I take pictures. But these buildings I took so many of this one because I was like, this is no way. How did they do this? But they're plants that are all over the balcony. It's like they do their plants and their trees. Yeah, so that's the square. So when you see, this is on the right-hand side. If you're looking at the church, you're walking forward and the church is right here. And all on, not the right, the left-hand side is this building. And that's what they highlight when the Olympics come on or go off at night, Milan Cortina, and they show the square empty, but they show these buildings lit up. So that's where we were. And so I called my cousin the other day. I was like, are you looking at the Olympics? She was like, no, not really, because they're winter. And I was like, but you got to. They're amazing. So see that apartment building? All of those are plants, trees, all of that. And they all have like their gardens out on their terraces. And it's so incredible because it's like a living building or whatever. I don't even know what to call it. But it was just beautiful. And so we were on the top of the double-deck bus, like going all through the town. They drive you around and all this stuff was all around. And it was just beautiful. And I just took pictures of buildings because, again, I love architecture. When I was in Toronto, I took all, pictures of all the big buildings and stuff. And so I just did a bunch. I took probably 4 or 5 photos of that as we drove past. That was just another really pretty building that I took pictures of. But this is all in Milan. And that was as we were coming close to it. Now, if you go back to that one right before that, Jamal, I'm assuming that this is how the buildings start before they plant all the plants and the trees. Because if you see how the terraces are kind of staggered, and that was a different building. But it looks very much like how that other one that I'm sure people have lived in for quite some time now have, their plants and their trees and all that. So I don't know exactly what it means or why they do it like that, but I just thought it was super incredible. So anywho, that's that.
Those are beautiful pictures. And I agree with you in terms of just being in awe and trying to figure out how the heck they built that stuff back in the day.
Just
a little
crazy.
bit of travel I went to when we went to France and in particular France. Paris, we passed by Notre Dame and a whole bunch, all the other stuff that's out there. And I kept saying this. My wife kept getting tired of hearing me say this because we then went to Palace of Versailles. And I just kept saying, how the hell did they do this back in the day? I mean, and there's inlays of gold. Like at the palace, it was just like even more ignorant in terms of how stuff was just done. It's just like, are you serious?
Are you
How
serious?
did you do this back in the day? It's crazy.
So, let me look.
I don't know where any of those pictures are.
Okay, so the Paris, I was in Paris in 23, and you know what got me was, like the Arc de Triomphe, right? Just in the middle, and the driving is crazy. Y'all think
that's mayhem right there. This around there.
Like, it is incredibly crazy. But when that arc, and you can get out and you can go up to the top, just like the Eiffel Tower. We took the tour up to the top of the Eiffel Tower, right? And it's like, but you remember Notre Dame burned, right?
Yeah, so it burned 2 weeks after we left.
So when I was there a couple years ago, I wasn't there in 23. I was there I went to Milan and stuff last year, 25. So I was there in 23. Yeah. They're building it back. So we got to see it with all the scaffolding and the rebuild and all that, and just incredible. But here, I'll put a couple of those pictures in there too, because I agree with you, Jamal. How did they build any of this stuff back when it was built and it's still standing, and we can't figure out how to retrofit something over here? Not
just standing, but standing firmly.
Not budget.
Most of that stuff is not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. Like, it's just incredible. But there, and then so I did go to Louis Vuitton in Paris, but I went to the Louis Vuitton Museum, which is incredible. And the Louis Vuitton Cafe. I have no desire to spend $2,000 on a handbag that's this big, right? None whatsoever. I did buy some glasses because my parents gave me some birthday money. They were like, here's $1,000, go buy you something. So I bought some glasses that were like $600, but they were LV. But other than that, I'm not spending that kind of money on whatever, right? But they have a Louis Vuitton Cafe, and y'all, they have chocolate, they have coffee, lattes, all this, and it all has the LV symbols and all that. And they tell you about how they get the chocolate. So all the chocolate comes directly from Madagascar, the cocoa and all that. And they only had the cafe there because I was like, would you think about doing one in Beverly Hills or New York or whatever? They said no, because they have to get the chocolate from Madagascar. And since it's they have one that they did open in Saint-Tropez because it's close, right? But they have this whole process and this whole team of chocolatiers that make it as soon as it comes in from Madagascar, and they're only using that chocolate. So if you ever want the Louis Vuitton chocolate, you got to fly to Paris and go to the Louis Vuitton Cafe. But it's incredible because you go to the cafe and you eat, and then you go across the hall and it's the whole store. And I did bring chocolate back and shared it with family and friends, and it was incredible. But to see the architecture there in Europe, period, because even when we went to Croatia, or where did I go, Dubrovnik, where that Game of Thrones, I think it is. I don't watch it. I've never seen it, but people were like, oh my God, you went there to tour that castle. And I was out in the ocean, kind kayaking down from it. This stuff is incredible to see. Like, it was made by human hands, not put together by machines, all these thousands of years ago, and it is still standing, not cracked, no foundations messed up, and they didn't have the technology we have today, and all of this stuff is fully intact. It's absolutely incredible. Tatra said made with steel. I don't think, no, none of this stuff was made with steel back then. It was made with clay.
Yeah, I don't think they had the capabilities. That was like what, the 1800s, 1700s?
Right before that, the 500s, the BC stuff, whatever. A lot of this stuff was made.
So look, this is Versailles.
Yes.
The Palace of Versailles. And I just got a few pictures, but it's not even just the building, but it's the land. It's the land around it. Here, let me make the pictures a little smaller. Oh, okay. It's my wife. This is a garden. She was off to my right, way off in the corner. This is in the back. This is basically the backyard of the palace.
Yep.
Back here, they used to do like crew. Like there's a crew, you know, the rowing team crew. They actually would row on this lake, this little body of water back here. And this is a fountain thing that they didn't have going on. You know, it wasn't working at the time. This is the palace way back here. And all I did was turn around from the last picture. I mean, this stuff, it's like, how do you do that?
How?
See, there's some crew right there on that body of water. But then I'm gonna get closer to the image.
I like the little fingers.
Go back.
Right, you see how
Go back to the go that one.
And even the one where he's looking like, I love it. He's like,
I'm like, can you see how far this is?
It's like that's way down. Now, what you want to do is you want to make a left when you get to the end of this.
And your wife was doing kind of like a selfie, but you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, this is from the back porch.
Yeah.
This and where I was before showing you the body of water, I was way back here.
See, I wouldn't even have walked way over there and took that picture. I was like, nah, I ain't doing all that.
Nah, you would have wanted to walk just to see it because there's like a whole like garden path maze over here. There's a little garden over here, and then way over to the left, which you can't see, is a whole nother just ridiculous section. It's just look, and all I did was zoom out. That I know y'all don't need to see. I mean, they got. Come on, who does? So this was on the left. When I said if you were looking at the backyard, if you look to the left, this was on the side, right there. It was just like.
Was that the maid's quarters?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Now there's gonna be some pics on the inside. Look at this. Come on. What are you doing?
I didn't go to the palace. I went to the Louis Vuitton Museum that day instead. But oh wow, that's dope. I went to the did I go to the palace?
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
No, you know where I went. I went to the I didn't go inside. I went to the one that has the Louvre. That's where I went.
Oh, the Louvre, the museum. Yeah, I'll stop.
The museum and the Louvre. And I put those pictures in just a second. I need to come home this summer to sit with my grandparents and son who are buried at Forest Lawn and Glendale. What hotels are up and running in Altadena? None in Altadena.
We've never had any hotels in Altadena.
Well, we did at the top at Mount Low, but not Mount Echo, Mount Low.
Oh, that was so long ago. Yeah. They still got those pictures with the top hats.
But everything in Pasadena is up and running, Dan. All the hotels and stuff definitely are. Yeah. Airbnb.
I can show you all my pictures when I went out of the country to Ohio.
You know what? Show us. I heard you.
Oh well, I tried to join the party, but I didn't have no VIP tickets.
Man, you always.
I sure did have fun at the Century Club reunion party, though. That was off the chain.
Oh, I know you did.
I saw 3 ex-girlfriends and a partridge in a pear tree.
Hey, it's all good. I like traveling, and I like international travel. And I try to go somewhere at least every other year. And so I did 25, but I'm supposed to be going to Accra, Ghana in August because I have a cousin that was just made a chief over there last year in December. And now he's like, all you guys got to come. And their bunch of cousins are planning it because 2 or 3 went in December. So a bunch of them are planning that we're going in August, I think. But I told him, I said, y'all better hurry up and get all this stuff together, because if not, you can't wait till June or July and say, oh, here's the packet, So I don't know if I'm going or not. But if so, that'll be my trip for this year.
This is just for you, Tony, since you mentioned the Louvre.
See? And then where's mine? You got to put ours up side by side.
I wish I could.
I was much closer. I wasn't.
Oh, yeah, that's just one picture.
Because the Louvre has the big one and the small one.
Here we go. Hold on.
Your mom said Ohio. I paused for a second at my desk, and then I just burst out laughing. Ohio. She heard that Ohio in the background. Like, hold up.
No, what she heard was, I'm going to show you my pictures from out of the country. And then I said Ohio.
Right. There should be another there. Okay, so that's similar to yours, Jamal.
Mm-hmm. I was just further away.
Yeah, that's the big one.
I felt bad because we didn't actually go in. We had a bunch of stuff planned.
Well, look at that line.
The line was too big. Yeah, the line was crazy. I was like, forget it. We'll take some pictures outside this joke.
But the Louvre is so big, though, too.
Huge.
There were people saying it takes, a couple days at least to even see it all.
All you got to do is just watch the Da Vinci Code and just follow Tom Hanks through the thing when he's.
That's the art that triumphs.
And what Tony was saying is so true. It is mayhem. There's a big circle all the way around this arc, and there's a bunch of streets outside. So it's like a roundabout, right? But it's a gigantic roundabout. And I really don't understand. And it's not just like one car wide. They'll go 3 and 4 and maybe even deeper than that in terms of the width. So you see people zigging and zagging and doing all kind of craziness. I don't know why there's not more accidents in this area.
And there aren't any. There literally
It's
aren't.
amazing. It's amazing.
They know how to go in and out of that joker like it's nobody's business. Just crazy though. I was like, Let me see.
I can't wait to get back.
Did you go up in the Eiffel?
I did not. We went to the Eiffel, but I didn't go because again, similar to what you're saying with the Louvre, at the time that we were there, the line was just, I think it was going to take like 2 hours or something like that, because at the time something wasn't open or something wasn't operational and people were lined up and you had to go at certain time slots.
Got it.
So by the time we got there, the time slot we would have been much later.
So this happens every night at 9 o'clock. And then I think 9, 10, 11 until it closes. Mm-hmm. I'm sending that in the WhatsApp. And this is a minute long. You don't have to play the whole minute. But yeah, it's incredible to be up in it. And we went at sunset. So it was still light when we got up there. And by the time we came down, it was getting dark and then the lights lit up. But to see everything, the whole entire city, because you can walk all the way around, was incredible. So if anybody has not traveled internationally, get yourself a passport. And if you don't do anything else before you leave this earth, take one trip out of the country. I try to do it every other year because our world is so beautiful. Right now, we're in a weird, everybody hates Americans, but there's still some places you can go. There's still some places you can go.
Everybody hates Trump representing America.
Right. So then they hate Americans because, you're American, we hate Trump. So, but yeah, that's it. And it lights up and it is just so incredible. So they do that starting at 9 p.m. every night. And then I think it's on the hour, 9, 10, 11. And the first night we got there, we went down to the River Seine and had French fries. Literally. I was like, let's go have some French fries.
It looks like It just looks like energy, like you would think what electricity looked like flowing to and fro.
Yeah,
That looks so cool to me.
so cool.
I
And
had a
it's
picture.
huge. You stand under it and it's just like, oh my gosh. But again, something that was built was still all that long time ago and it's just still there. So yeah.
And then I have my silly picture up there by it. But I'm just,
Oh yeah, and now the faces you make.
You get ready to get the boogers out of your nose.
right. I was going to stick it up my nose. No, that was fun though.
Snorting the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I know So, you know what? This is Wellness Wednesday, and Tony kind of alluded to it. If you get a chance, I know you're dealing with a lot of folks are dealing with the rebuilding of their home and what have you, and the stress of all that. But if you can get away, just get away. Obviously, we're talking about Europe and all that stuff. If you can do that, definitely do that. But if you can just get away, where you can just get some woo-saw moments and just kind of chill, that is very, very, very beneficial to you. And
that's the title. Finding your happy.
It's
True
two
that.
great
True that.
getaways here that aren't far are Island Coronado or Catalina. Catalina, you can take the boat over 45 minutes and walk the island, tour the island, see the buffalo, all this different stuff. Right now it's cold, but those are still some very beautiful, serene spaces that you could just be like, okay, even going down to San Diego, a couple hour drive and sitting out, watching the water, that may just help you, right? As part of this recovery and a getaway spot. So Island, Coronado, or San Diego, maybe Santa Barbara. You can
and if you go to Coronado, just going over that bridge is sick too. Woo, that bridge is nice.
Yeah, I lived down there for 10 years in San Diego. We used to always go over there and take the kids everywhere. The funny thing about going to Catalina Island is that a friend of mine had a Cessna and we flew over, and the airport is on the top of the mountain. And so we stopped there's a restaurant right there at the airport, and we stopped there to eat a bison burger, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the oddest thing you will ever see. You're eating this burger made out of bison, and the buffalo are sitting right there looking. I was going to say,
it's like, you eating my cousin, man. What's up?
Right. I felt like I only took 2 bites and said, I'm going to take this with me. I feel like this dude is knowing something.
But I love
he
buffalo.
was like, you're like this, they're going to do.
I love buffalo.
And then
burgers.
they stop for a second.
Yeah, looking like, I know he just didn't take a bite of my brother.
Oh, God.
That was cool. I've been to both sides. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom.
Now you know where I do want to go, you guys, and I'm gonna plan on doing this.
I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. So my mom put this up here, right? So of course you know where I was conceived, obviously. And she went to 66.
You said prior to having our kids, but you said conceived.
66. I was born January of 67.
That's where it went down.
Right, where it went down. So I was conceived in Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
The egg was fertilized.
Slowly I turn.
Right.
Step by step.
But see, I get to see this kind of stuff when I'm on this podcast. Like, I didn't even know this about them. You see that?
Yeah, that's really cool.
To Montreal from December to April.
Yeah, for months.
You get that, right? April to January is what? And 9 months, ain't it? Mm-hmm.
And Daniel was in Germany when the Berlin Wall came down. That's historic.
Yeah, that's incredible, Daniel.
Did you get a piece of it? Did you take a piece of the wall with you?
Yeah,
well, and it was all crumbles. They better let them. That helps them get rid of their debris.
Everybody take something back. Take something back.
Be like Altadena. Come back and get pieces of your house.
Now, you know where I want to go? This is a dream trip for me. People will say, oh, I want to go to Spain. I want to go here. I want to go there. I do want to go to Spain. I've never been there. But I just hit Greece and all that this summer. So those are checked off. But I want to actually go to Giraffe Manor in Nairobi, Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Because You literally are out there living with the giraffes. No, it is a hotel, but the way the windows are, they're as tall as the giraffes. You open the window, the giraffes do like this and come in and greet you in the morning with their, head.
The long purple tongues.
Yeah, and when you eat, they have you can feed them because the windows are so that they can come and say hi. I think that would be the most incredible experience ever, and I want to go there in the next few years.
Well, Tony, I hit Greece every day. I mean, depends on what restaurant I choose to eat at. Gotcha.
I'm sorry.
I'm jealous because I haven't gone anywhere lately, and y'all went everywhere, and I'm just like throwing my little jabs in.
I ain't been nowhere lately. Hey, I ain't been nowhere lately.
Yeah.
That trip was in 2018.
I think I'm gonna probably go to Germany for Oktoberfest, but right down there in Torrance at the Alpine Village.
Hey, you know where the cool Oktoberfest spot is Vegas. They have a spot across from the old Hard Rock Hotel off of was it Paradise or Cobalt? Oh yeah, they have a real cool spot out there. So it's Oktoberfest all day long. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Brian, you got to get out more. We got to get you out globally more.
I'm gonna probably go somewhere after I get married. That'll be out of the country.
Okay, do Canada. I'm telling you, Toronto is beautiful.
I
want to go to Nova
Scotia. Do
I have a
like
couple friends who live there.
Bahamas or somewhere like that.
Oh, that's a good
places I've never been anyway. I've been to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I've been to London. I've been to St. Thomas.
Yeah.
But that was still United States. But to me, it was out of the country.
St. Thomas is nice. That's where I did my first zip lining. The extreme.
That was cool.
The top of the mountain, the 13 zip lines.
I was trying to share that page, Tony. You just
the Giraffe Manor.
Yeah, but I don't know why it's not working.
It came up and then it stopped.
Yeah.
Did it? You probably have to.
I think I'm doing too much.
Doing too much.
Is it my camera froze?
Oh, hold on. I might be able to share.
Well, now I'm going to eat like I'm out the country. I'm going to go to Abu Kebab.
Abu Kebab.
You know what? I cannot.
Oh, Daniel said he didn't take a piece of the wall. He said he should have. Hindsight, you know. Yeah. That's some crazy history right there.
Put that in a little glass case. I own this.
Okay, this is Giraffe Manor. So, looky, did y'all see the warthog things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they dangerous. Lions don't even like them.
Look at that. Isn't that dope, though? Like, okay. So, I know, and they're literally, like, right here. But, wait.
He said, what? Wait.
Aren't
you the one moving it?
I'm trying to get to where it is.
He said, wait.
At the very beginning, when it came on, if you refresh the page, the giraffe, right there.
See, there's one.
Look at that. Look in the window. That's crazy. Can you imagine if it just stood there?
That's like when you're eating.
You open your eyes like, whoa, what is that? Just staring at you.
That. I so want to experience that, you guys. I want to go so bad.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, so it's like.
Yeah, I want to swim in another country's water, see what it's like.
But if you've been to Jamaica, didn't you jump off the rocks and at the big?
Nah, we went there for a wedding, and it was just strictly. I went to Margaritaville. That was as close as I went. Anyway.
So what was cool? I went to St. Kitts once.
Oh, nice.
And there's a point in St. Kitts where when you're out on the beach, it's kind of like this. On this side, on the left side, is the what? I disappeared again.
No, Daniel said, "Come out to Michigan, and we can go to Canada."
Oh, I know. You can.
It's right there.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Water.
But in St. Kitts, on the left-hand side, at this one point, was the Atlantic Ocean, white tips, just foaming, all wild. But literally on the other side, and you're looking at the dissection of it, the Caribbean, calm. Mellow, just chilling. It's weird to see it's right there. It's just a little bit to the left, and it's mayhem, a little to the right, and it's so calm. I went into both of those waters, and I stayed obviously more in the Caribbean because that was super chill. And they had these little fish. If you sat up on these rocks, they would come and just swim between your legs and go all over the place. They weren't even scared of you.
They're not the ones that give you the manicure? Or the pedicure?
No.
But you know what? I've had that done before, and then I found out after you should never have that done because when the fish eat your flesh, right? Yeah, they eat your skin, but then the next person goes in there. But if that person had some kind of disease or whatever, them fish can spread it, and people literally have lost toes and feet and everything because of the bacteria.
So I need my own fish then.
In Cancun, and I was like, oh God, thank you for protecting me. But I was like, oh my God. You know what would be super dope too is to go to where the Indian and the Pacific Ocean meet. And you know how they will not ever cross over? Because they meet and they stop like it's this up against each other. And we're near Australia by Southeast Cape or something like that. I think that would be super dope. To see that.
Yeah, isn't one side brown and the other side is blue or something like that?
I think so.
Yep. It
looks like one side's got the pollution, the other side say, don't come over here with that.
Yep. Cape Town.
Keep your dirty self over there, water.
Well, so there's Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet, and then the Pacific and the Indian Oceans meet. So there's two separate ones, and I think where it looks dirty is where the Pacific meets. I don't know, but
is that where you went, Jamal, to the Atlantic one?
It wasn't. No, it was Atlantic and Caribbean. That's where mine was. In St. Kitts. I couldn't believe it. They told us what it was.
I've been to a lot of the Caribbean, but not St.
There's a neighboring island because it's St. Kitts and Nevis and St. Kitts and Nevis. So you go over there, and that's like Monkey Island, where you actually go on the beach, and that's the ones where them monkeys. If you don't hold your stuff, they're gonna come and snatch it. You can take pictures with them, but they'll like take your cell. Well, at the phone we didn't have cell phone, but they'll take your food, any camera you have, your hat, your sunglasses.
Judging you like in projects. And
it's like they'll go up high and look down at you and laugh. Literally laugh.
Yeah, they take your stuff, I've heard. And then you know where you should never go to? I think it's called, I would never go there. I went to St. Thomas and they have all the iguanas, but I didn't go to where they were. I was like staying away. But Brown Island, I think it is, over by Guam. I'm not sure. Or on Guam somewhere. But it's where they have they're super deadly and the most snakes in the world.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, brown snakes in Guam. It's in Guam, but I'm like,
I saw a TV show on it and was crazy uncomfortable with it. And I'm okay with snakes, but not that island.
Not that island. And if I would have ever got stationed, I'd have been like, no, I can't go. I would have gotten absolutely court-martialed because I would have been like, I'm not going.
Do people actually live on that island? I don't think it's inhabitable, is it?
Oh no, Guam has people in it.
Not Guam. The other island you're talking about with the snakes. I didn't think.
Oh yeah.
People lived on that because it was so crazy.
Somebody.
I saw those.
Miss Barker said she would love to go to England and Scotland.
I go to Ireland just to go to the Guinness factory. Say it again, B.
What?
What'd you say?
Oh no, I was just saying that when I was in St. Thomas, I saw those big giant iguanas. I filmed a few of them. Them bad boys are hella fast. I mean, they move slow when they just chilling. But I saw that bad boy saw something to eat, and he got up on them little legs and was running to it. I was like, what the heck? Did you ever see that Snoop Dogg narrated Animal Planet when the iguana was running through all those snakes? And I
think that was that island. Yeah, I think that was that island we were just talking about too.
Oh, cuz, you almost got him, cuz.
Right. Crazy.
Don't ever have him narrate Animal Planet. You will never you have to watch the thing 3 times before you even get his whole statement out because he just kill you with his comedy.
Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah, it's
Well,
at the tip of
we've been at an hour in. Jamal still has to do the announcements.
All right.
So I think this will probably be a good segue. But this has actually been fun. This is the quickest hour I've ever done.
So, hey, I have a question before we do the announcements. I was speaking with Matt and Dave yesterday from Not EV and Cars and Coffee, and I gave them dates to come on because they want to come on, and we agreed to tomorrow.
They just joined today.
A little while ago, I know. But then I remembered yesterday evening that I have an appointment at 9 a.m. in Pasadena tomorrow. And I likely won't be on here at 10 for the Tony Talk show. So should I wait and schedule them till next week? Or do you guys want to host them and do it with them tomorrow?
Well, that's fine. I know both of them.
I know. So I will send them the invite, but I wanted to check with you first to just make sure it was cool.
We on here anyway.
I'm always down to interview or host or whatever it is. If you're,
I figured you guys would, but I figured I would ask.
So I took a ton of pics anyway from the last two outings, so we'll be able to show those as well.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go on and send them that request now.
And send me that picture of you being the hero so I can pop that up there.
I don't have it. They do. Oh, it was on my IG, right? Yeah. They sent it to me in the IG, so I just added it to my story. So, but yes, I will go on right now and send them the.
I'm gonna have to pull. I'm gonna put the theme music from Bette Midler's hero song. You know me, I'm a clown. I will mix that bad boy in there.
That's what you will do. All right, so I'll put it
here
on
we go, y'all.
Thing
I'm gonna go ahead and do the announcements real quick. So I'm gonna start with this particular one because it's the biggest change, and then we'll jump to the local stuff that's happening. So Callisis Mortgage Fund actually is still going on, and they are now actually providing 12 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum of $100,000 now. And it doesn't have to be repaid. And if you get that grant, it's paid directly to your mortgage servicer. Now, the eligibility requirements, most are the same, and there's one change. So the primary residence must have been destroyed or considered uninhabitable due to a qualified disaster from the 1st of January of 23 and the 8th of January of 25. And that definitely includes the Eaton and Palisades fire. You have to have owned and occupied the home, and it can be up to 4 units on the property. And now the combined income limits for LA County is $281,400. It's different for each county, but obviously in our particular situation for the Eaton fire, that's the dollar amount we have to focus on. And if you want to prepare or if you want to apply, please be prepared to provide your mortgage statement, your bank statements, your utility bills, homeowners insurance or FEMA claim, as well as your proof of income. And to actually apply, you want to go to the website, callisismortgagefund.org, and you can get telephone help Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. by calling 800-501-0019. And you can get in-person help in a couple different locations. The first is Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. And the other is the One Stop Rebuilding Center at 1828 Sawtell Boulevard in LA. Now they're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And we're on Wednesday, but every Monday and Tuesday, Project Passion Freedom Store is open from 9 to 4 p.m. at Harambe, 1609 Navarro Avenue in Pasadena. You do have to do it by appointment only. You can scan the QR code or go to tinyurl.com/Project Passion Freedom Store, all one word, all cap. And then you can actually get your appointment. And then the Eaton Health Village still provides the free medical and mental health clinic every Monday and Wednesday from 12 to 5. It's at 1280 East Washington Boulevard in Pasadena. Their telephone number for questions and setting your appointment is 951-595-7032. They do also accept walk-ins. And just a reminder, their primary services are medical consultations, medication refills, and then mental health services and case management. Uh, and on a monthly basis, they have vision and dental care. So you need to call them to find out when the vision and dental care days are. And then the emergency rent relief applications opened again last Monday, February 9th. This application window will be open until Wednesday, March 11th at 4:59 p.m. This is for residents still recovering from the Eden fire, and the money can actually be used for up to 6 months of past due rent or mortgage-related hardship assistance or eligible utility costs. And this could amount to up to $15,000 per unit. Excuse me. What's unique now is that tenants can actually apply directly. Landlords can still apply. And the website that you want to go to is lacountyrentrelief.com. My Tribe Rise still has the Adopt a Survivor matching fund drive, where they were trying to raise an additional $500,000 to reach their $1 million goal, so that they can provide bridge funding for rent or mortgage to cover up to 50 families. So if you're able to contribute, please do so by scanning the QR code. And then there's Grief Healing and Loss Support group for LA Fires. It happens every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Maxwell House at 55 South Grand Avenue in Pasadena. It is also available virtually, and it is for anyone 18 or older who's impacted by the recent fires, and it is free of charge. If you have questions, you can reach out to Joanne Diaz Kogel at 818-395-8066 or via email at Joanne, Joanne, Kogel, Koegl @gmail.com. And then We Out Here Market from Juicy Little Finds Thrift Store.
We out here.
It's happening today and every Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the world famous Fair Oaks Burger parking lot at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. They have fresh produce, groceries, free smoothies, and much more. And remember, it's exclusively for Altadena residents, so bring your ID. And they do need donations and volunteers. So if you're able to contribute your time or some products, please do so. And if you have any questions, reach out to juicylittle.org. And then the folks at Lifeline Fellowship Christian Fellowship at 2556 North Lake Avenue in Altadena are having their free grocery pop-up market happening today from 12 noon until supplies last. They also are going to have 100 free hot meals provided by El Patron Restaurant. And then they also have the Boots on the Ground special end of the month Wednesdays, where you can actually load up on hygiene products, new clothes, shoes, dishware, diapers, wipes, and other essential supplies. They've been doing this for quite some time. Appreciate that too.
Yeah.
And hold on a second. I got to zoom in. Okay, so today from 7 to 8, there's a Zoom call, Zoom event for fire recovery and taxes, what survivors need to know, so you get clear answers before small decisions become big problems. There is a QR code for you to scan. This is put on by Victory Bible Church, and it's a 1,000 person Zoom call, and more than 600 survivors are already registered. So if you're coming, you better grab your seat, right away. So definitely join tonight, 7 to 8 p.m. And they're going to cover a bunch of different stuff, such as whether insurance proceeds are taxable, including ALE. They're going to discuss federal and state disaster-related exclusions, casualty laws versus involuntary conversion, rebuilding versus buying replacement property, capital gains exclusions, as well as timing, extensions, audits, and how settlements affect taxes. So definitely tune in if you're interested in getting this information. Should be very informative. Now, in addition, ironically at the exact same time, there's another webinar related to taxes, put on by Eden Fire Survivors Network. And you can register for this event by going to Eden Fire or efsurvivors.net/events and scan the QR code. They're also going to be talking about several of the same issues, so you have a choice in terms of which option you want to go to. And in case the Victory Bible Church one is full, you have another one that you can go to at the same time.
And that's a webinar, so you don't have to go anywhere.
That's correct. Well, yeah. Well, they're both webinars.
Oh, I thought the Victory ones, you go to it. Well, there you go. You can watch both of them.
It's 1,000-person Zoom.
Yeah, and those are both, I know you just said it, but tonight, so super important that you
the exact same time.
Yep. Good stuff.
Absolutely. And this Saturday from 10 to 3 p.m. at Robinson Park at 1081 North Fair Oaks Avenue is the 44th Annual Black History Festival. There's going to be youth performances, live entertainment, food trucks, community resource booths, which will include Altadena Talks. If you have a desire for more information, you can reach out to cityofpasadena.net/parks-and-rec. And then we did have Nicole on yesterday talking about the Stronger Together, a solution summit happening this Saturday, the 21st at the Pasadena Convention Center from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a one-day summit bringing residents and small businesses, builders, educators, funders, and government leaders together to share clear information, real resources, and real steps after the fire. If you're interested in getting additional information, you can scan the QR code on the bottom left. And if you want to register for the event, which is highly encouraged, please scan the bottom right. And then there's the LA Soil Summit happening Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I, again, didn't get that address, but I believe it's 3330 North Lake Avenue when I looked at the actual post. And they're going to have soil test data, 40 Altadena homes, expert keynotes and panel discussions, community Q&A, soil remediation demonstrations, interactive activities, kid-friendly, as well as expert keynotes, panel discussions, community Q&A, and call to action. So the 21st is at a location, and then the 22nd from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. is a virtual Zoom meeting. And to actually register for either, you would actually, for the first one, you would scan the QR code, and it might be $25 for each, but I know it is $25 at least for Saturday. So you can definitely get additional information there. If you have some questions, you can reach out to Greg at 626-437-6735.
They're charging for something that people have been doing.
When I went to the thing, it did have a $25
no, I saw it on the flyer.
So yeah. Well, I added that part because when I went to the QR code, it had the $25 thing there. So
okay.
So yeah, for some reason it's not really. I'll remove it, and I just need to find out. But that's what it said when I went to register. I didn't complete the registration.
Well, of course.
So also this weekend on Sunday from 4 to 5:30 at the Collaboratory at 540 West Woodbury Road in Altadena is Out of the Ashes, a journey of resilience through jazz, put on by the Pasadena Village and Classic Notes. This would be a great place to get some good music on Sunday, good jazz music on Sunday.
So you just show up, there's no registration or nothing?
It didn't say anything about registration. I'll look again and see.
No. I was just asking because.
No, I'll double check because if some of the information on a particular post may not be on another one, and sometimes you got to go to the page and or the hyperlink on the bio and all that stuff. On next Saturday, the 28th of February at Loma Alta Park is going to be a Through the Fire processions. It's a community walk of remembrance, healing, and return. It starts at 9 a.m. and it's not a protest or a parade. It's a ceremony in motion, is what they're calling it. And they do ask that you RSVP by going to handsinthesoil.com /through-the-fire.
Remember, there's a dash in there somewhere.
There usually is, right? Also on February 20th at Deliverance Tabernacle Church at 1299 Sunset Avenue in Pasadena. Come receive support and healing. Oh man, as you gain tools to embrace the pain, honor the loss, and live intentionally, giving your grief a place to live and not hurt. It's a $100 fee to include the vision board, supplies, facilitation, support, and light snacks. They do want you to register, and you do so by calling 626-22. Oh man, I'm sorry, I can't see this one. I got to go to my actual page. Sorry for the delay, folks. Hold on 1 minute. 1 minute.
That's right. They really waiting for this.
No, I bet. Here we go. All right, here. Let me just make sure I get it right. To register, you want to call 626-328-7794. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, you can Zelle some donations to 626-399-6784. And there's a little asterisk where it says financial support to attend workshop may be available. So don't be discouraged by the fee. Your healing is definitely worth it. And this is put on by Dr. Tamitra Clark. She's been on a couple times on our show. And we've had some of our guests or participants who watch the show get some healing from her. And they say that she actually brings some real good healing. So definitely check this out. It should be very beneficial. And with that,
this is the end. The end, my friend.
Tis the end. Got Tony and B back on. It was a nice hour and 21 minutes. This is 3 days that we've gone an hour and change. You and Marcus went an hour and 30 something. We went almost 2 hours yesterday. And today we're 122.
Because we be doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Word up.
Well, I'm going to go eat at the sushi stop today. I'm having a craving for one of their specials. Off the cuff. $9.99.
Nice. I have no idea what I'm going to eat right now. I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah, we killed that pizza last week. That was delicious.
Man, I ate the rest of it. I actually had it for lunch the next day. I didn't eat it that night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But it was delish. Are you muted, Tony? Yes, you are. All right.
So we'll toodaloo.
All right, everybody.
Great rest of is this Wednesday?
Your hump day.
We've been talking about wellness all day. She's talking about this Wednesday.
In case you didn't know, it is indeed. Oh, yeah, she wasn't on at the very beginning. That's right. She came on a little later. So it is hump day.
Marcus didn't even come on at all today. What happened?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. He missed his own hump day.
He might have had to go into the office today.
No way, he did come on. He came on real quick. That was it at the beginning. Happy hump day.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Oh, okay. Cool. All right, you guys have a good hump day. Middle of the week. We'll be on tomorrow. And peace.
Toodaloo.
Later.